Hello there, welcome. Hope you're doing well. This is a story about a zombie that no human being is afraid of, not even dogs. But on the contrary, there is something special about this zombie that makes everyone want to be bitten by. Now, what is so special about this zombie that everyone pays money for? At the beginning of the story, there is a boy. He comes out of a tunnel dug into the ground. At the same time, a scientist is preparing something illegal to cure diabetes. But their experiment didn't go right, and because of the side effects of those drugs, people started turning into zombies. This boy is now a zombie too. This zombie gets up and starts to go somewhere. On the other side, there is a couple driving their car on the road, but a man has placed ground traps on the road. Because of that, their car tire bursts. They need someone to fix their car. Then the same man who placed ground traps in his truck comes along, pretending to help them. Since the couple doesn't know about it, they let him take it to his gas station. His name is June. He runs this gas station with his pregnant wife Namju. After fixing the car, the couple together pays an expensive bill. When the man refuses to give them the money, June's sister, Higul, comes out of the warehouse with a shovel in her hands. When she comes out with it, June asks her if she killed him. With that, the couple starts to think that they killed a customer who refused to pay them, so he immediately gives them the money. June's wife keeps the money in a safe. Namju, who is collecting money for some business, tells her husband that if he touches this money, she will break his hand. Her husband looks at this money with greedy eyes. He says that today they found the pot of fortune. At least today we should eat meat. A young man who has turned into a zombie comes to this village. He also wants to eat meat. He attacks two women, but he can't even touch them, and they easily evade him. They just think that this strange young man wants to hug them. Then some children come and throw stones at him, and they laugh at him, thinking that he is a wayward teenager who has taken drugs. He chases after them, but he can't even catch these children. Now a dog walks in front of him. He runs after the dog, but the dog starts chasing him instead. The people sitting on the road were watching this strange sight. Then a group of old men appeared playing cards. One of them was Man Duck, John's father. Suddenly, another guy comes and tells everyone that his ruined garden has been replanted, and that he is now going to get married. When the old people see this, they go to this man to ask him how he managed to become young again. While everyone was busy, the duck man steals their money from the game. Suddenly, they start hearing some noises from inside the bathroom. When they go in to take a look, they find the same zombie hiding here. The duck man finds the zombie hiding in the bathroom, but the zombie jumps on him and bites him. The zombie runs outside, and at the same time, the girl from the warehouse walks down the road. The zombie runs towards her, but the girl remains calm until the zombie gets close enough. The girl has the perfect opportunity to kick the zombie's balls and stop him. Then the dog who saw them earlier sees them and runs after them. The zombies and the girl start running. The same people sitting on the side of the road watch them running like crazy. At the same time, another man appears carrying a bag. It is Man, the girl's brother, who is also part of the family. The two brothers now start running because the zombies are chasing them. The girl trips and falls to the ground. The zombies are about to catch up with her, but John shows up in his truck and accidentally sends the zombie flying into the air. The zombie ends up going down a cliff. John is sad because he doesn't know he hit a zombie. He thinks he hit a normal human. The three look around the playground and see the zombie standing. How can a human still be standing? This zombie is apparently fine and starts running away. The three brothers return to their home, wanting to be reunited in peace. But soon an ambulance arrives at their home and brings Man Duck. He is wearing a bandage around his head because a young man attacked him. Man Duck enters his mobile home. He takes some time to look at the pictures he has put up on the wall. He dreams of being in Hawaii and drinking cocktails with some tropical girls. Meanwhile, the zombie has been roaming around town. He has now ended up near the family's gas station. The daughter enters the barn and finds the zombies eating there, and Man Duck wakes up as well. He grabs a shovel to attack the zombie as he realizes that this is the young man who attacked him earlier that day. Man Duck has a hard time dealing with him, but then June shows up and lands a flying kick on the zombie. The zombie ends up pinned to the wall, impaled by a piece of wood. The family isn't sure what to do now, but they are all surprised to see the house moving. Not only is the house moving, but it appears to be completely fine. The family runs out of the barn. They lock the zombies inside, buying themselves some time to think about what to do. They grab a phone. They see online that other people have been bitten by zombies like the one in the barn. The problem is, those people are turning into zombies too. Now that the boy has bitten Duckman, they think he will turn into a zombie just like him. His family moves a few feet away from him. Namju thinks his father is going to turn into a zombie, so he hits him with a frying pan. They move him to his bed in the trailer house. They then lock the doors so he can't get out on his own. The next morning, the family is thinking about what will happen to the father. Min is doing some research. He tells them that humans go through different stages when they start to turn into zombies. Some of these stages include drooling and shaking uncontrollably. As Min describes this process to the family, Mandak also begins to experience these symptoms. Mandak quickly gets to his feet. He finds a way out of the trailer. That way is to escape through a hole in the ceiling. While the family is still discussing this, Mandak enters the house. He sits at the table with his daughter. Everyone looks at him a little strangely, as they have no idea what is happening or what he might be thinking. Mandak just wants to eat breakfast, but Min attacks him by breaking a cup over his head and then starts punching him. June starts chasing Min, as he believes what he did to her father was wrong. Meanwhile, the girl returns to the barn and manages to tie the zombie to a wooden pole. On the other hand, she begins to feel a sense of belonging to the zombies and wants to help the boy. At first, she gives him a cabbage and the zombie seems to like it. As for Mandak, he visits his old friends at their club. He spends some time by himself in the bathroom. What he sees surprises him, his body parts acting like they did when he was young. How did that happen? As he thinks about it, his fellow card players gather behind him. They can't believe what they're seeing. Mandak is a young man, not an old man. They start to ask him what's wrong, but Mandak has no idea what they're talking about. When they take him outside, he sees his reflection in the mirror and realizes that he's young again. Mandak returns to the barn in the best mood of his life. He walks past the zombie. He tells him that he must be responsible for making him young again. He starts dancing with joy. His sons watch him from the window. They think that the virus has started spreading through their father's body. Moments later, Mandak receives a visit from one of his old friends. The old man wants a second chance at life. He begs Mandak to make him young again. He wants to marry a young woman. Mandak gets an idea. He manages to raise money to go to Hawaii. Mandak secretly listens to them and comes up with an idea. The next morning, Mandak gets a visit from all his old friends. They all come with a bunch of money in their hands, asking him to make them young again. Mandak decides to carry out his plan. He takes the old men to the barn for the zombies to bite them, but the zombies are nowhere to be seen. Meanwhile, Mandak drives the truck away. He takes the zombies with him to sell and earn some money for himself, but he is soon stopped by the police. He jokes with them, but suddenly one of them discovers that Min kidnapped the zombie. Of course, the police think that he is just an ordinary boy. They are taken to the police station. Min tries to tell them that he is a zombie, but he looks like an ordinary person to them. The police chief thinks that he is just making fun of them. He tries to beat him up, but Mandak arrives there with his entire family. He tells the police that these men are his sons. He doesn't want to lose the zombie because it's a real asset that can make him money. After convincing the police, the girl takes the zombie with her. That night, Mandak tells everyone that this zombie is able to make people young again, and he will now go to Hawaii. On the other hand, the zombie doesn't want to eat cabbage again, but the girl offers him it with a special twist. That night, she pours ketchup on the cabbage to give it some flavor. However, something is missing. The girl sees that someone has broken the zombie's teeth. She tells everyone about it. The father's dream of going to Hawaii is over before it even begins. They think that the zombie has no teeth now, so how can he bite anyone? Suddenly, Mandak has an idea. He finds the duplicate teeth and puts them in the zombie's mouth. Mandak then calls all his old friends. They gather at the gas station like bees. The family has dug a hole in the barn, and the old men are supposed to stick their hands in it, and the zombies will bite them, then drag them back. An old man wants to go first, so he sticks his hand through the hole. The zombie doesn't understand that he should bite her, but the girl spills some ketchup on the hand, and the zombie now gets the message. He bites the old man and Mandak pulls him back. After seeing this, the old men don't want to be bitten by the zombies. They start to go from there. But the oldest man in the village still wants to be bitten by the zombie. Seeing this, all the old men come back. It takes a whole night for the zombies to bite all the old men. At dawn, Namju puts all the money into her safe. Mandak takes a good look at it. Around town, all the old men are rejuvenated, and they are celebrating. But at the station, Namju realizes that her money has been stolen. The only thing she can find in the safe is a mail car from Hawaii. Mandak will probably make his dreams come true with all this money. At the same time, Min enters the barn and kidnaps the zombie. He puts him back in the truck to use him to his advantage. But Namju realizes his plan. He stops him before he can get too far. Word spreads throughout the town, and now everyone wants to be young. Meanwhile, the girl takes the zombie to a field full of cabbages. The zombie couldn't be happier. He starts running and eating, and the girl clings to him and the two start playing. At one point, they have a romantic moment when a zombie accidentally drops on them, but June ruins it with a flying kick. When the family returns to the gas station, a group of people come for them. They think they are going to attack them with guns, so they go inside the house to hide. But in reality, they also demand to be bitten by the zombies. Min talks to the people. He tells them that anything can be done for the right price. The family now starts using the zombies to make money again. Many people come from all over the state to get bitten by the zombies and become young again. After collecting more money, the family now rolls the trailer into the barn. It will now be used as the zombie's new home. One day, the girl takes the zombie to a hair salon, where he turns out to be a very handsome man. When they get home, the girl hears Min talking on the phone, intent on using the zombie to make more money. Meanwhile, the police find some pictures of the zombie. They now know about it. The next day, the girl takes the zombie into the woods and prepares him some cabbage. She tells him to go away because she doesn't want to be taken advantage of anymore. The girl starts to walk away, but the zombie follows her. The two become close. The girl tells him to go away, then starts running, making her point. Meanwhile, Min enters the trailer home. He realizes that the zombie has disappeared. He searches all over town for him, eventually finding him in the same place where the girl left him. He takes the zombie to the nearest bus stop and buys them 2 tickets. Elsewhere, one of Manduk's friends marries a younger woman like he wanted, but when it comes time to kiss the bride, he bites her instead. In fact, all the people who have been bitten by the zombies start acting crazy, gradually turning into zombies. Soon, the zombies spread throughout the entire state. The zombies also stalk the bus station. When Manduk sees this, he runs away in fear, not caring that he left behind a zombie of his own. At the gas station, the chief of police has also turned into a zombie and attacks the family. Namju hits him with a frying pan, and then a police officer appears. He points his gun at them because he thinks they are attacking the chief of police. He tells him to get behind him. However, he is eaten by his own chief. The family now runs inside the gas station and they close the door. June has a very bad idea as he wants to see if he can handle the zombies. One of the zombies seems to be listening to him, but then grabs his head and tries to eat it. Fortunately, Namju saved her husband, and now the family has sealed off all entry points. At the bus station, Min tries to hide from the zombies, but is smart enough to figure out that zombies are attracted to sound. He uses his phone to play music, then throws it somewhere else. This buys himself enough time to get into the car and drive off. At the gas station, the family wears cutlery to defend themselves against the zombies. The zombies manage to break into the station, and the family escapes. However, they leave the cash box behind. June goes back to get it and she takes it, but the zombies attack her. At the last moment, she manages to escape onto the roof. At that moment, Min joins them. He uses some fireworks to shoot the zombies, but June tells him to stop because he might crash into the gas pumps and cause an explosion. With nothing left to do, Min sets off fireworks into the sky. The problem is that this attracts more zombies, and they now start walking towards the bus station. The family manages to get into the barn behind the zombies, and they are resting inside the trailer. June and Min get out of the barn pretending to be zombies until they get to their truck. Although they get there, they forget the keys to the truck. They also accidentally set off the sirens and are surrounded by zombies. Their sister tries to help them, but is now being attacked by zombies. However, one of the zombies is her own and doesn't bite her. Meanwhile, another zombie gets stuck on the roof. He gets electrocuted by some cables. This incident causes the gas station sign to light up the entire place, as if a party has just started. There is also music. All the zombies are attracted by the sign. However, chaos ensues as the zombies spread everywhere. June runs inside the gas station to get the truck keys back. Meanwhile, Namju gives birth to her baby. The sister tries to get the zombies away from the trailer. The friendly zombie helps her, but the zombies are too much. June finds the keys and throws them to Min, who now starts the truck and starts wrecking everything. One of the gas pumps breaks, and gasoline starts pouring out like a fountain. Miraculously, June gets back into the truck and Min drives away, pulling the trailer with him as well. The girl looks behind her and sees the friendly zombie among the others. However, he is different. He tries to say some words to her. The other zombies think he is human, so they attack him. Maybe he is after all as an act of self-sacrifice and heroism. The friendly zombie lights a lighter and burns the entire place down, taking the group of zombies to the other world. While the family escapes, June turns into a zombie because he was also bitten by a zombie, and they have to stop the truck. They lock June inside the truck. At that time, Manduck also shows up from his trip to Hawaii, but they see that he has not turned into a zombie. Maybe his body has completely adopted the zombie virus. The family soon discovers something strange. There is an announcement on the radio. A lady tells that the entirety of South Korea is affected by the virus. The person who adopted the virus can cure all the infected. After hearing this, they decide to cure the virus with the help of their father. After 6 months, they manage to cure many people. Of course, they get some help from the friendly zombie, who has now become a human. And if a zombie bites a human who was previously a zombie, they can turn back into humans. Everyone is happy except for one person, the father, because he has to bite the zombie's hand in order to cure them. So, Manduck has to work and cure as many people as possible. Thanks for being with us this far.